shit.
Oh my god! You should use that just on stream.
Oh wait, I'm an
Because
artist. I am Miss Live2D rigger Mew today.
that is true. Also, don't forget your scarf. Or your bow.
Oh, wait, that's so cute.
This is why I wanted to dress you guys up.
Okay, so he's dressing us up. Luckily, I have this on the recording right now. I love just starting the recording and be like, okay, let's do this.
You guys look so cute. Oh my god, this is cool. Halloween episode. Wait, do you want bats in the background?
Oh.
Wait, do you want my Halloween decorations? I got good Halloween decorations.
Oh god,
I'm just
you just hoard all the VTube assets.
I have way too many because I'm very enthusiastic about making everything festive, especially if it's like Halloween or Christmas. You can see that on my streams too, like every single time. It's like festive. It just breathes in fresh air. I love it. Okay,
I didn't think about it this time. I'm like, oh, Halloween? Yeah. There they are. Or is it?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. There.
That's cool. Oh my god. You could put them behind the window. You were like, oh yeah, it's Halloween, but I didn't do anything. And I was like, stop right here. We're gonna go festive. Mew's already a pumpkin. Look at it.
I'm a pumpkin. I'm a chibi pumpkin.
Do you want another microphone that has like... Actually, no, you can't use that.
Nah, we're good.
Well,
okay,
just in case. If you
oh my god. So it's like, no, sweetie.
Wait,
no, have this.
I want Angu to have that mask. I want Angu to have Angu.
Wait, what?
Soya's playing one of those dress-up games.
Angu, get the killer mask.
Oh my god!
My god, okay, I'll get it.
You know, I mean, it makes sense. He's a Live2D rigger. He chops up bodies and fixes them.
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, yes.
I just feel like I want Mew to be the pumpkin, and I want Angu to have the killer, and I'm a witch because we're all dressed up.
The children are dressed up.
Guys, this will take you 15 minutes of your showtime. It's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah.
This is so it's still on the side of your face.
Oh, it's on the side of the face?
Yeah.
On top.
You gotta get rid of that hat.
Oh god.
Ooh. Covering one eye. Oh my god. Problem sticking though.
Yeah, it's a little problematic, but yeah. I mean, I like it when it's small. It fits in.
Small, yeah.
Small, yeah.
Oh my god, look at that.
I wish you could change the
You
player
can, in VTube Studio, you can exclude items so they don't like have this problem. Exclude items from being pinned. Yeah. It's how people do the eating thing whenever they want to eat food. It makes their mouth delete the item. It's so cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nah, I moved it.
No.
Oh.
It seems good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Oh. This is good enough.
I'll bring the hat.
That's so good. Do you want blood? Okay,
oh my god.
I'll stop.
Why is the item in the middle? Hello? Oh god,
yeah,
where are the two?
Oh, I didn't saw because you're blocking. Oh, this is so scuff.
This is fun.
Oh, you still want to use the pumpkin?
Oh, the layer just doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Stick.
I'll just leave it like this.
That's fine. It's fine. Are we ready? Are we
all?
Are.
Yeah.
In the mood for Halloween?
Yeah.
Let's go! Wow. We're so festive. It's Halloween season, and I am here with the lovely Soyo, Hello, and Angu. Both of them our lovely Live2D riggers. Like me, I'm a peasant on
No.
you know. What?
You're a rigger. We have accepted
You're
you
a
among
rigger
the
too.
town.
I'm a baby rigger. Look at me. I'm a baby pumpkin.
You can do a lot way more than people I can think of. You are a multi-skilled, not a jack-o'-lantern. I don't know what I thought.
Oh my god.
You're a multi-skilled jack of all trades type of artist. If you want one thing, me can make it for you.
Oh my god. Okay. I am not prepared for this episode, but on the left, I have the lovely Soymilk
Hello.
TM on Twitter. And she's amazing. And she just had her donathon this month. And she did amazing. Patch. Congrats on the donathon.
Completed all 12 days. We absolutely crushed it. I love my community. Thank you guys so much.
Let's go. I sadly couldn't join for anything. I was busy
No.
myself.
Bro, just you being there was more than enough for me.
I tried. And on the other side, I have the lovely Anguuhaii, which rigged my 3.0 model, which is an amazing rigger, a papa for many.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing like that?
I
If
don't
I
know.
think about it, Angu has rigged already half of Dango Fam.
Yeah.
Yuna, Oni, Miru, Shino,
Everyone,
Kiseki. Oh my god.
too much, too many.
And a lot of scuff models for Haru and Kane, Yuki,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
So literally
Okay.
everyone. Literally
Um,
everyone.
The most
Yuri.
recent model that you rigged for the lovely VTuber called Fifi or Fifi. I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Boobs, Miss Boobs.
Yeah, Miss
It's boobs? Oh no.
Listen, that's all I
mean-
see from Twitter is I will
Yeah.
post my nudes at 500,000. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Did you know that,
Yeah.
Angu?
What do you mean I did?
Did you know that she's gonna post her at 500,000
Mhm.
followers on Twitter?
The model?
Yeah. You're gonna show
Oh.
Nip Nip that
Oh,
you
I
have to
didn't
see.
know.
Wait, question. IRL or VTuber?
No, she's gonna do her
Oh,
VTuber model.
okay, good.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah.
was like, yeah, I didn't know anything.
Wait, Angu, does that mean you actually this is your first NSFW model, right?
Yes.
Oh,
He's
there
being
it is.
shy.
Yeah. It's okay. We all have those sort of stuff. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Mhm.
Yeah, especially the
Um,
one time where Angu flashed me on stream.
Oh no.
I need context. Angu, we're just wearing a call and be like, "Hi, Miu."
Oh no. Why I remember that.
Wait, you guys were in a call and you just flashed me in front of Soy?
So, guys, this episode's about Live2D, but we're
Yeah.
talking about Flash. I hope you guys are in for a treat for this Halloween.
I mean,
episode.
Live2D in many ways is fun. And like you talk
It
about
is.
booba jiggles, thigh jiggles, you know, many physics things. It's fun. It's fun, you know.
Basically, Live2D is all about pretty girls and boys and boobs and jiggles too. Things like just a bare hand walking on your table or anything, cut off because it's Halloween.
Oh, I have an asset of them.
Oh my god. Soy as an asset for everything.
I do. Welcome aboard to the Soymilk item shop. What would you like?
You know,
Just for
actually,
context. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
go. You explain that.
actually, if I need any type of asset, I'm just gonna go to you now.
Yeah.
Now I know
Honestly.
you have 200 different assets. Jesus.
It's literally making Live2D lag. I'm not kidding. Every time I want to load a new asset, my model freezes, and I go like, "Oh yeah." I
Oh
have too many."
no. Oh no.
I can't help it. Okay, it's very fun. I use it for comedic purposes. Like, what if I
That
wanted
is
to just wear a
good.
suit?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's true.
It's like it has been acclimated for over 2 years since I've been live, or since they've introduced that feature. Because I don't think they had it for a bit, right?
2021?
Yeah.
They
That's
added
kinda-
the items in 2021, I think. Yeah, for sure.
No, it was 2020
early?
December 21st or 2nd. I remember the date.
Damn, item
clear.
pinning was older than webcam tracking? No way.
Yeah.
Benji, what the fuck? I'm kidding.
Actually, I might even have an exact date based on the files I have.
Damn.
It's
cool.
23rd of December.
Oh.
2020.
Ooh.
It's a
Yeah, over
Christmas
the
present.
time, VTube Studio added a lot of features. If chat doesn't know, what are you doing? We're VTubers. We use a program called VTube Studio.
Mhm.
And in the very beginning, VTube Studio didn't have any webcam tracking or assets you can pin them on your model. Nothing.
You couldn't even load your background.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm old. We're old. No.
And the tracking got significantly a lot better. People can do things like VBridger and have plugins and stuff. It's
Yep.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
literally pushing the boundaries of technology and VTubing, and I love it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for all the. Imagine one person, just one person, is behind the career of 5,000 or 7,000 people. That
Yeah.
is insane.
Before
Yeah.
that, I even used phase rig.
Oh, that's the old days.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I bought an iPhone just because of VTube Studio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Literally same.
I was just like, okay, you know what? Christmas money spent into a iPhone, and I actually
Hell
really like it. I never noticed an iPhone is so nice of a phone that I'm like,
Yep.
you know what? I don't want to go back to Samsung or Android phones. I don't know why. Just I
Yeah.
noticed I don't need much in a phone. I just need to play games and VTube Studio.
Yeah, I still use my Samsung even though it's bastard broken, has a broken screen. I can't even tap in some other places, and then the screen is the glass side is cracked, and I'm like, why can't I not get rid of this? And I have an iPhone. That's the worst part. I have one. I'm like, it's right there. Just use it. I'm like, no, it's my work phone. I can't have it."
Exactly. The
Oh,
thing is,
no.
oh my god, I hate this so much. In 2020, I bought my iPhone, but I said it's gonna be my work phone. I still had my Samsung at that point, but then at one unfortunate day, it was cold. It was snowing here. I walked out. I didn't notice that the streets were icy.
No.
And I had to walk downstairs.
Mhm.
I didn't notice that it was slippery, and I had my Samsung on the back of the pants. Where basically if you sit, you sometimes sit on it almost. So I slipped, crashed my phone with my butt cheeks. And I was like, well, I guess I have an iPhone now to use,
This is the best breaking my phone story I've ever heard. Just breaking it with your bare cheeks. Damn me, she's caked up.
Trust me, my ass hurt for days.
Oh no!
You know
yeah,
what's
there's glass.
You know what's even worse?
Mm.
Not only did my phone broke, I had my MacBook in my backpack.
No.
And I had a very cheap backpack where there's no way you could save the MacBook. So if it hits the ground, you're gone. So it also broke my MacBook. So I had a broken ass, I had a broken phone, and a broken MacBook.
Oh, and you know how Apple is with repairs. Once it's broken, you have to pay double the price to fix it. So it's just not worth it. Especially if it's a laptop. Oh my god, a phone is bearable, but
yeah. And the worst part is, I went to the repair shop, to the repair the MacBook. It was quite old, so I quote unquote only had to pay $800.
Oh my god.
And technically, because it was for school and my workplace be like, oh yeah, you can like put that, like the company is gonna pay it. The thing is, I never got a proper receipt. And the company couldn't pay it for me. I had to pay out of pocket. So I'm like, fuck, why? I like was asking everywhere like, hey, I need this thing. And apparently they couldn't give me shit. And I'm like, I don't know what I need. When I got the quote unquote receipt they gave me, my company was like, oh no, this is not the right one. And I'm like, what do you guys need? I don't know. So at some point I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna pay the $800.
Oof.
Yeah.
Putty.
Yeah.
So entry level price for VTubing.
Yeah.
Imagine walking up to a repair shop. So how'd you break their laptop? I broke it with my ass.
I slipped and I broke it with my ass. Oh my god.
Anyways. So this is a Live2D episode.
This is a Live2D episode and not an ass episode. So, we're all riggers in here. I wanted to have a Live2D episode and I thought, who not best in white Angu and Soya.
Yeah.
Wow, what a surprise.
So we have a very old rigger over here. Very experienced. Professional? Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Then we have... Well, actually, Soy is also very experienced. Right?
I have rigged a big model and I've learned a lot since then. And I've also done like small projects in the meantime. So I guess so.
Yeah.
My experience comes from like just learning on the fly.
Yeah.
This year I definitely got a lot better, but I'm kind of like medium-sized skill. Angu was way more skilled.
Yeah.
So I have one of the best, the IRL reveal kind of pixelated picture rigs. the deer and the moose.
The hyper-realistic deer.
I love that so much. I legit could not find like a very high resolution picture of a deer, and I just loved how flat his face was. So I was like, you know what? I don't care. It's gonna be scuffed regardless, so I'm just gonna take it.
Oh my god. Just taking a stock image and you can make anything out of it. You can Live2D rig it.
One of my viewers got inspired by it, and then he made a Nicolas Cage head.
Oh my god.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. And I was like, holy shit, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
There's no limits to Live2D. You can make whatever you want.
Yep. And I rigged, at this point, actually 3 models. Chibi models. Chibi models are more simple. They're easy to make, in my opinion. But they're so cute. Yeah, this chibi model I did last month.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I drew and rigged this in 1.5 weeks or 2 weeks, I think.
I remember when I saw the body reveal. It was actually the last episode of Mango Meal, and I fucking blurted it out like an idiot.
I had to censor it.
Yeah.
That means this is the first time you're using it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the model that I teased on last episode stream recording. Oh god, I'm so out of it today. Sorry for everyone that is listening. I am tired.
We're all tired. We crawled out of our graves. Graves meaning Halloween.
Teehee.
We just have a fun time.
I'm just gonna call me out that she was literally bed a few minutes ago wondering, can we record it next day?
Soy was like, no, she's like, her schedule is full, and I'm like, okay, I'm not a pussy. We're gonna do this now.
I was not, trust me, I would have been in bed and be like, Mia, let's do this tomorrow. And Mia would be like, yeah, sure. Yeah, my schedule is so tight, bro. Oh my god. This is the price I have to pay for being a
She's a
VTuber.
busy woman.
We're
I know.
busy.
I know what happened, man. What the fuck?
Hey, high five.
Ha. Oh wow, that was so loud.
Wait, this time Soy isn't sick as well.
Hey, yeah, people can hear my throat clearly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm way more high energy this time. Seems like me and Mew traded a little bit.
I'm just
Crazy.
tired.
He tired. And I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, but I sound like I've been awake the entire day. How am I doing this?
It's called being VTuber.
I think
Yeah?
VTuber and coffee.
Oh yeah, hold on, let me.
I also gotta drink water.
Water time.
Okay. Wow, we talked so much already, but the topics? What are topics? Okay. So I think we're gonna start with the first thing that I wrote down. It is, what is Live2D and how does it work? Explain the basic concepts for someone new to Live2D technology. For anyone that is listening into this podcast for the first time, you know, just a little introduction what Live2D is, if you're living under a rock.
You want to take this question, Angu? Or should I do it?
I was wondering the same. Who should take it?
I can try giving a very simple explanation.
Yeah, we
you go,
can
'cause
all have.
I might have too in-depth, like professional or whatever.
Yeah, we need an easy one and a hard one. I think this is good.
Yeah. So Live2D is an animation program that does not require frame-by-frame animating. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You basically have a drawing that is cut into different layers, and then you try to rig a puppet. Rigging, in a sense, is like giving movement to the side. So, like, you have to. How do I explain this? It's like it's a very nice thing because it uses a 2.5D movement, so it's technically 3D but not 3D at the same time because there's like things that are warped and warp layers and deformers and all the other stuff. And this program has been used in a lot of video games, visual novels, and
yeah.
VTubing. Yeah, so
That's what we
your
are.
Mhm. So your favorite game, Nekopara or Azurlane or Mahjong Soul could have a Live2D animation built into it. So yeah, it's a very cool program. I really like it.
Yeah.
I just want to add a small detail.
Mm-hmm.
Go
Is
ahead.
that basically, because Live2D is 2D, right? All your favorite girls and guys are actually flat.
Don't call us out. Hello?
A paper thin, bro.
Yeah, they're all paper thin. They look 3D, but in reality, you look from their angle and they're just flat paper.
You can actually visualize Live2D in real life. Have you ever seen a paper puppet?
I seen.
Oh, yeah.
So paper puppets, you have to have the face as a paper, and then you just build on top of it, and then there's depth and dimension. But the way Live2D is, it's more of like we try to rig those papers by warping them, like that goes way past real life. Like it's really cool because you can warp through the object, and it can like appear on the other side. This is actually that's a very hard technique to do, but it's very cool. So you're warping in like it looks like a 2-dimensional plane, but then we're actually trying to make it look as 3D as possible because accuracy, you know.
I personally just call it texture manipulation.
Oh, that's true.
That's a good word.
I basically, tell people that this looks 3D, but in reality, we're just faking it. It's an illusion.
Yeah, that makes sense. Texture manipulation. That sounds so cool. I don't know why. You're like manipulating the textures.
Giving form to little pixels.
What is the first time you guys discovered Live2D or touched Live2D? Because I have a story.
Okay. Probably timeline wise, I'd say 2018 is when I discovered it and touched it.
Ooh.
But like, the moment I confirmed that I like the software, because I gave myself a test, like simplest test I can do, and I liked it, I continued it in 2019.
Wow.
See.
He's been in the scene a lot longer than most of us now that I think about it. Yeah.
Soy, did you know the story?
I know the story.
I touched Live2D in 2014 or 15.
Is it because you saw the trailer of the girl?
No, I wanted to make my own visual novel. And I was like, oh, those visual novels that make your characters move, how do you do that? So I googled how you will do that, and I saw this program called Live2D, but everything was Japanese. I got the free version, and I will like try to make a model. Like, I remember the model like had blonde hair. It was super basic, very scuff. I sadly don't have the file anymore, but I tried my best to understand how Live2D works, because back then there was no tutorials, no English tutorials.
Yeah.
It was all in Japanese. I tried my best to understand anything, and I think I made like the blinking work and a little bit of bounce, like up and down. I think that's the furthest I got, and then I dropped the project.
But that's crazy. 2014.
I did a little research. 2014-15 is the time when Live2D Cubism was 2.1, which means it was one of the most inconvenient timeline of like Live2D riggers.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's what I touched Live2D, and then after that I never touched it again. I forgot about it actually until VTubing became a thing, and I'm like, wait a second, I know this Live2D thing. I worked with that a few years ago, so I'm like, holy shit, damn.
She always has been a rigger.
I was destined.
Destiny.
Oh my god. I can't believe
Two
that.
brains think alike.
Yeah, that's my story.
My story is quite simple. I actually did not know you could rig models. Like, I knew it was a rigging thing because I used to watch Hololive in 2020, really early 2022. This was like Coco. She just debuted 2 months ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Good old times.
Yeah. So, like, I didn't even think of the possibility, but I've been a fan for, like, what, a long time. So maybe, like, a year later is when I discovered the program, because I just really wanted to be a VTuber. I just applied to a company thinking I'll get in, but, didn't have enough experience. So I was like, you know what? If they rejected me, then I'll just make it myself.
Yes.
And the first person that led me down the rabbit hole Kira more.
The rabbit hole.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, okay. Wait, who? I didn't hear the name.
Kira Mori. She made a really old tutorial. She was like, this is what Live2D is. And that's the one I followed. Yeah, and that's how I got in. And I really wanted a full model so badly, so I had to do research and draw and stuff. I almost sent my model to Iron Vertex because that's the only studio I knew at the time. And then I looked at the prices, and goddamn, why didn't I not take them? They were way cheaper back then.
I took them.
Yeah, I think it was like around the same time when like you got your model when I was looking at them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe not. Maybe no. I will actually try to do it myself, and I had a lot of fun with it, especially since like what's the word? I already had knowledge from 3D. So it's like, how hard could that be?
Yeah.
It's way easier than 3D. Like, holy goddamn shit. I don't want to be mean, but goddamn, it's way easier on my brain since I'm already an artist. I already draw.
Yeah.
See.
So that was my story.
That's easy.
It's simple. Simple and sweet like a
I keep forgetting both of your riggers and also artists.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still
I'll-
impressive. Like, if I would have no clue on how to draw, but rig something, I don't know how I would wrap my head around like the angles and anatomy and like bounds.
So
know?
like me.
Yeah. How did you learn it?
It was hard because you wouldn't know how head turns, and there is not enough tutorials. There's not many people experienced. There's just not enough knowledge everywhere. But
Back in the days.
yeah, back in the days. But Brian series tutorials have a really good explanation of how one should just simply focus on the object, as in like objectively. Like he will always make sure the deformers are like properly like sculptured basically. So I started to see the things through polygons, shapes, and like just yeah. I started to see it through the shapes, and eventually I realized, I can use that knowledge and build the visuals that I want to make. So make the cheek fluffier when looking sideways, etc. At start, you can be afraid because you don't know anatomy, so you try to stay into the rules, but eventually learn that you can get outside of these rules.
Yeah.
It's just a good starting point if you don't know how to. But once you get used to it, you can just really like play around however you want. And my biggest advice with Live2D basically is it's not an actual real 3D. You don't have to make it real. As far as it's believable, you make it. It looks great. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
good mindset to have.
Yeah.
Especially since to artists, animation in Live2D is not the same as regular animation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Regular animation is a little bit more carefree, right? You just draw and then you got it. Yeah.
Yes.
But Live2D is a little bit more technical, so you need to have some
Yeah.
technical know-how. Which is why, since Angu learned about shapes, it kind of makes sense because I think Brian was also teaching how to take Live2D in a technical aspect too.
Brian also doesn't draw.
Yeah.
He's learning to draw, but like he started as a rigger first.
Yeah, this is insane. So much talent.
It takes a lot of dedication, yeah, and
Oh yeah, for sure. Like especially the amount of details you put into your models. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know?
It's kind of ironic because my current model is like the least effort I put in you.
You're getting a chibi model. Just calm down. It's gonna be fine.
It's true.
Oh wait, so do you know that I'm gonna make Angu's chibi model?
Yeah, I've seen in your schedule.
Yeah, right. I said I'm gonna birth Angu.
She's gonna birth him in 3 parts. Yeah, watch our next stream.
Man, it used to be today, but now I'm like, I didn't.
It's okay. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Do a podcast and drawing at the same time. Ooh.
Oh my god.
She's also being manager-san.
That's
Manager-san!
true.
I am being everything. Yeah. Oh wait, just a quick question. How long has everyone been rigging? Like how many years? Just for context.
I think for me it's 2. That's the only thing I could think about.
For me,
for me it's
4 years.
1. Wow. Yeah. I'm baby.
Be
fair, I feel like it's only been 3 months because I just finished my first chibi model and never touched Live2D ever again.
Yeah, it's just like entire year interval.
So technically 3 months, I would say, but I had like a whole year gap in between. So yeah,
I've been rigging stuff on and on. I sometimes rig my emotes, I rig my assets. This is something I had to learn. Asset rigging is a little bit different than model rigging. Because like the way, for me, I had to make like a cape or a dress, right? So I wanted to rig the angle. And when you rig an angle in Live2D, you have to push the axes the furthest. So then I learned that you can't do that because like that will when you turn around, the asset will go a whole lot further. And I was like, oh, you can't do that. You have to make it center in like the center. And if you want to warp,
yeah,
it
yeah.
has to warp in its position. You can't warp it and move it.
Okay, that's
Crazy.
I think that's a very common thing you see VTubers slapping glasses on their face,
Mm.
and the face texture between the eyes, because it's the same colors, people do not rig it together with the eyes, right? Like it doesn't matter. But if you slap it, acid on top of that texture, it does not move, and the glasses does not match with the eyes.
Yeah.
I think it's because the movement is carried by the model, right? When I go
Mhm.
left and right, the positioning is already there. I don't have to make it there like in a regular model. So that's something I learned about assets. But emotes is fun. Emotes is so fun.
Emotes are fun. I had my fair share of doing some emotes in Live2D. They're really fun.
I always have to go the technical route and make sure all my deformers are there, but I was like, Soy, you don't have to.
Yeah.
No one's gonna know.
It's like, oh yeah, I don't have to do those things like a model, It's so much easier.
I think emotes and Live2D might be one of the easiest entry level of things you can do with Live2D. Like literally anyone can jump in, do a rigging same day, and it might even finish the same day, and you have an animated emote.
Yeah. You don't even need to learn about warp deformers. It's just nice to have, but you could just legit go through the mesh. It's fun. Makes it very like expressive too.
Yeah. Wait, question. I don't know. I'm still on Live2D 4.2? That means
I'm on 5.
Yeah, the newest version is 5, right?
Yes, 5.0.
So that means you guys have access to light and dark mode.
Oh, thank God. You have no idea. When I was sitting and rigging my soy boy mascot, I was like, oh, my eyes feel better now.
Look at her go.
Why do you think my eyes are red? I've been through hell.
Oh my God. I don't know. I like the light mode. Be fair, everyone that is listening, and Soy and Angu, I'm sorry, but as of right now, I have Discord on light mode.
No!
Because I don't know what it is. I feel like I have some issues with my eyes. I don't know. But in dark mode, the text for me is super weird. So I had to turn it to light mode because I'm like, okay, this feels better to my eyes. I don't know. Now I have to explain every time. Everyone's like, why do you have your Discord in light mode? I'm like, it's my eyes. Trust
Some people
me.
feel comfort from the light. That's completely okay.
Yeah.
I have the opposite reaction. Guess the opposite is more common where you get eye straining from like. I guess it has to do with your monitor too. I don't have a built-in like blue light reflector on my monitor. It's really old too.
Yeah.
So it is.
I totally get Mew because when 5.0 dark mode came out, I hated it so much. I couldn't look at it. My eyes was hurting, and I'm just like questioning, why is their dark mode so bad?
It's the UI buttons that made it bad. Imagine if it's in the old one.
Yeah, I really like the old UI. It was very colorful. It was colorful. It was like
that's what Angu and I talked about. We will talk about the new UI, and we're like, we don't like it.
Yeah, the new UI.
Maybe forget where things were. I'm gonna be honest.
Same. They literally made everything grayscale. Supposed to make things easier to see, but it actually doesn't. The light mode is just like plain gray color. Where is the colorfulness of folders, deformers? No, nothing. Everything lost its color. And the dark mode is just, same grayscale, but just dark. So yeah, I'm a little having a struggle with newer UI. So I definitely understand if people decide to stay with the 4.2 for time being.
Yeah. Me, I'm just too lazy to update.
Honestly, they still have a bug with the brush that selects things. It doesn't select the same way like it used to. So you might be onto something.
Yeah, it's like OBS. If it still works and it's not broken, I'm just gonna keep it.
Oh my god, I'm
Oh.
still on OBS 27. Don't tell people.
Wait, what is the newest version though? Wait, let me check.
29, I think.
Listen, I want to keep my
Oh.
Stream Effects plugin. If
Oh,
I
is this because of
update it, it
Stream
will
Effects?
break.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really sad because I had that plugin too. I had to update it and I had to say goodbye to that plugin. It was sad.
Oh.
It's too fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
So, right, Angu, light or dark mode?
4.2 light mode, no more. I'm not gonna choose between the new one.
Makes sense. I'm light
But-
mode. I
Yeah.
still
Dark
have
mode.
4.0, so
Yeah.
it's preference.
On your one, I use dark mode simply because it's better choice. But it's just a better choice between two bad choices.
Damn. Nice. I just had to ask that question because I see it all. I don't know. The first time I saw dark mode, I'm just like, I don't know. But yeah, now that we have sorted that question out, what do you guys enjoy about Live2D? Rigging.
Alot cycle.
Enjoy. Oh, it's just so nice seeing your model move. Like, listen,
Oh yeah.
in the artistic path, you have to carve through the pale, hard, rigid like pathway. You have to draw your model. You have to make sure it works perfectly, and then you have to rig it, only to realize that there's stuff broken. So you have to go back into your art to fix all the problems, only to go back to Live2D, and then you start rigging halfway through, and then you're like, oh, this is cool, and then your hand starts cramping, and then you're just like, oh no, I gotta take a break, but I'm just right there. I'm just about to be done, and then
Mia, are you
5
feeling it?
hours flash by,
I'm feeling it, Angu.
and then you haven't done nothing.
No, don't say that. Oh no, that's
I spent 5 hours on mesh, bro. It's too much.
it's too real, Mew. I can't.
It's too real. No, I be fair, I have it easier with chibi models. They're way quicker. But I do feel that a lot. It's like, oh, you're moving the head. Oh, there's a bald spot.
No.
Shit. You
More
gotta
hair.
draw more hair. Going back to the PSD file.
But once you get through all the hardship, it is so incredibly satisfying seeing your
Yep.
model move.
Yep.
It's just so nice. And then you just can't stop using it. And your client loves it so much, and they just want to stream with it, but you gotta tell them, no, you gotta wait. You gotta wait.
Or just
Oh,
be like
no.
me. Just stream a whole month before your debut with the model. And you're like, oh, it never happened. I never used the model before.
I forgot that was a thing.
See, people don't remember.
It was a nice transition, though.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
at least you debuted it on your anniversary, so that still counts.
True.
It's a summer
Yeah.
event too.
But for sure, like, just as from an artist perspective, seeing your art move, it's just something so nice. You know?
Maybe to some listeners who aren't artists, they're like, why should I even go through all the effort of learning a program? It doesn't seem like very enticing. It may seem like it's really hard, but trust me, it's very fun.
It's fun. It's harder. It's easier than you think. Yeah. it's
Easier to get into, harder to master.
Yeah, for sure. And especially now with all the tutorials out from various riggers that also can speak English.
Yeah.
It's like super nice because I got lots of example files that I just looked into, and I will just study them and learn from them and then apply them to my own work. It's like, holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah, people actually sell assets that is like Live2D files these days, so that you can just buy it like cheaply and then study how they made it. It's like so convenient compared to how many years ago.
Yeah.
You can just study it. And that's how it helped me improve so fast, is because I just would buy the example files and then just study them and look how it's made. I even bought a freaking Live2D video tutorial of head
God.
angles.
Oh,
That helped me a lot more.
nice.
Yeah. Also, Angu helped me a lot through angles.
Yeah,
he taught me that
same.
one trick of hierarchy, because hierarchy and deformers always scared me. But then once you start to understand it, you're like, oh, okay, that's not so.
Mia's crying. She's still in the process.
Okay. I'm understanding it for sure, especially with RC's model that I finished last week. I'm like, okay, I think I am getting it. But with the chibi model that I have right now, I was just like, Angu, I don't know how hierarchy and deformers work. You gotta help me. But more so, I just studied the files that I looked into, and I'm like, oh, the hierarchy is like this. So I started to understand with Angu's explanation and the file that I had. I'm like, wait, it's making sense now.
Yeah. Imagine having your very own model that you used to stream every day with zero hierarchy information.
Yeah.
My current model.
That is my first chibi model. I didn't have any hierarchy. At all.
You know how hard it is to go back to add outfits to this one, because I keep bringing new things, and then when I go back and I'm like, why did I do it this way?
Yeah.
Why? I need a new model ASAP.
For people who is like questioning what are they talking about, what is this hierarchy? The short explanation is having a clean and proper hierarchy makes your model so much easier to come back and add new stuff and clean up anything. This is like a more higher technical skill standard where if your hierarchy is good, you make your model clean. You're actually valued as a rigger, like a lot more, especially in companies scenes. You have to be clean. But as an, just a freelancer, a lot of people do not care about that. You can make model functional, but coming back to it is nightmare.
Yeah. I think that's
not a lot of people know about it during my time when I rigged my model in 2021. Let's be honest.
I just did something the first time around. I'm like, I'm just gonna do something. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing, but I did it. And then for this time, I'm like, okay, no, I have to actually learn it. I can't go away with my mess.
I was like, it's okay, Mia. I always say that to learn Live2D, you have to fail so many times until you actually understand. Because if I give you the straight answer from the start, you will not get it. You will question, why do we do it?
Yeah.
You have to make the mistake first and then be like, so that's the reason why you guys do it that way, because of these issues. I'm just like, good job. You encountered the issue.
That's how I usually learn. And then when I asked Angu, like, how do you teach me to do this? He would tell me to, like, oh, you should, do the thing that you used to do. And then I was like, okay, I did it. And then I was like, how about you do that? And I was like, oh, holy shit. Like, I love learning from my own mistake. That's how I roll. So Angu's learning method or teaching method fits my learning method.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I will just cry into Angu's DMs and be like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. Then he will just say like 2 sentences and I'm like, oh my god.
Actually, that's legit. I don't have to do much other than just point finger at me. Everyone's just like,
I can't believe it was right there.
Yeah. It's like, you know when you have the problem and you're saying like, what the fuck? Like, the problem is not going away. And then you call someone over like, hey, can you help me with the problem? And then you look at it again and you're like, oh, it's that easy to fix, huh? Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yeah. I'm just checking right now. I think we also got what are the common challenges of Live2D. How, like, learning.
Explain that just now.
Wait,
Wait. Oh, he got something. He's cooking. Yes, what's up?
You asked what do you guys enjoy rigging? So I answered it, but I don't think I said anything.
I also didn't answer. Oh my god. Wait. Okay. Wait, I can go first. because I also learned physics for the first time for this model, I just got awakening with physics. I love physics so much. It's like the most rewarding thing.
It's the most fun thing.
It's the most fun thing, and just the bounce and how everything moves. It just feels so bouncy and flowy. Oh, that's super nice. Especially, I think my favorite thing to add physics onto and rig are cat ears or animal ears. I think those are super cute to make.
They are very cute.
I love giving clothes physics. I hate hair physics, but I love clothes.
Really? I like hair. I like front hair. Back hair, for some reason, is different for me. Depends.
Maybe I've had a hard time with Moogie's hair, but goddamn, I was crying. So many hairs.
Oh no, I remember Moogie looking at me like, is my hair that complicated? And I'm just like, oh, no worry. Soil will get it, don't worry, I got her.
Oh my god. Man, it doesn't have to be this way, but hair has to look perfect in my eyes, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's why I will ask the artist to just cut it into multiple sections, just because I just like flowiness, you know?
Yeah.
Not even just for movement,
I
but
can't
flowiness
wait.
is important.
I can't wait for your... Is it 3.0?
Technically, art-wise, it's 2.0, but rigging-wise, it's 3.0.
Just call it.
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5. 2.5.
Yeah, that
so.
works too. Oh my god.
I'm excited for her.
Yeah.
It's so okay. The designing, I don't want to go too in depth about it.
It's okay.
But like the designing took so long. It took me like 4 months until I realized maybe I should prioritize my happiness over something that looks good. And then when that clicked, I was like, okay, that's awesome. I realized I didn't really need to change that much. I'm just happy with who I am. It's a nice journey.
Yeah. It's the same where I wanted with my Mango Goddess, I wanted a outfit and I went to Iron Vertex first. The whole kimono yukata thing design that I had, that I redid last minute again, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like can I redo it? And then last minute, I feel so bad, but I'm just like, it wasn't 100% confirmed yet that they're gonna work on it, but apparently they already started working, and I canceled. I canceled, and then I still paid a little bit for the stuff they did, because I'm like, okay, we did a little compromise. I got a new hairstyle and bunny ears. And I was happy with that, like great. But then last minute, I just noticed the yukata or kimono I drew. As pretty as it was, I was just not there. Yeah, I was not happy about it. It feels like it's not me, because I think during that time I developed a lot as well. So that's when I did short hair Mia, tomboy Mia, and then I asked Angu, like, hey, can you be my rigger?
It's a perfect thing you could have asked Angu, because like it just feels like you. You can see your personality in the rigging. It's amazing.
Right. Okay. What do you enjoy, Angu, in Live2D rigging?
I mean, what you just described is pretty much one of the biggest point in Live2D rigging. What I like is that there's always something interesting happening to me as a rigger, because there's gonna be people coming to me asking Live2D rigs, and if it's my friends, I'll just get really excited, right?
Yeah.
I love seeing them, you know, being excited, coming to me and wondering if I could, and maybe puppy eyes. I'm just like, oh, sweetheart, I'll take your model. And yeah, a lot of people ask me the same question year over year, and they probably always expected, oh, I like rigging eyes, oh, I like rigging booba physics, etc. But well, yes, they are part of it, but what I actually really enjoy about Live2D really is just the fact that it opens up so much opportunity. I enjoy making people happy with the model. I really like, putting all my efforts into a model, put personality behind them, try to make it match with the client, and then deliver the model. And just seeing how happy is the client and excited and enjoying their model and debuting, and it's like everything is just like it's more than just rigging. It's about building something, and that something is, memory, relation, experience, everything. It's just really happy. So for me, rigging is way more than, just pure 2D polygons.
Yeah.
And
Especially when it's tied to a person, because like I think back, Live2D was made to like replace frame by frame so you can make scenes and animate, just animate,
Yeah.
And then VTubing came along and that literally it gave life to it, It's not like about making a character move, it's about making somebody their selves, their virtual selves.
Yeah.
It's a very nice thing. I love the way that Angu put it. There's just so much love behind his words.
I never thought about it that way. It's just like, physics? And Angu's like full on deep talk. I'm like,
he's writing poetry as we speak.
But that is true. I mean, I think a lot of people see that Angu puts so much effort in his rigging. Like, he really tries to put the personality, the VTuber, the person, like, into the model. I think I really felt that with my model. Because I'm really like, oh my god, this is just perfect. This is just...
we saw it, Miyu.
Yeah.
I remember the movement on your old model, and then this model, and I'm like, oh my god.
I was just like...
flowy.
I'm like, wow, I didn't know I could have a model like that. Thank you, Angu.
You're welcome. Love you a lot.
I have 2 more outfits for next year, so, you know.
Shit.
Oh.
It's okay. Rigging is my language of love, so I always enjoy rigging.
Cute. Nice. Okay.
That's about it.
We just hit 1 hour as well, and this was just a very wholesome topic.
Yeah. We only got 2 more questions left, I think.
I think we have one more.
One more.
I think one more. Okay. This is more about the future of Live2D. What trends or innovations do you see on the horizon in the world of Live2D, VTubing, and rigging?
That's a hard one.
It is a hard one, but it used to be where everyone did eye jiggle physics. Like someone started it and everyone started to do it as well.
It's funny because I actually know the history of why it appeared. Okay, since it's about Live2D, I can share this small history of it. So
go.
The eye jiggle physics initially was invented by a Chinese rigger named Yanyu. And they were Iron Vortex instructor back then. Instructors does not take commissions. They are there to teach the blacksmith, which takes commissions, like how to do things. So they are like, the whole different level of kind of skilled riggers. Right now, the Yanyu is busy with, game companies like, I guess, Genshin, MiHoYo stuff, and that's a really maybe question mark, I'm unsure. But yeah, the reason why the eye physics started because Yanyu saw that Genshin had that on release, and he grabbed the opportunity real fast, and that's how the eye physics become a thing in
It's
VTubing.
because of Genshin.
It's because of Genshin.
It's all Genshin's fault.
It is Genshin's fault.
God damn.
What do you think is going to be the future technique that people will just constantly use, Angu?
I do wonder. Like, there's also the trend of walking. The walking animation. I've been seeing that a lot. Oh, okay.
It's a trend, but believe me, behind the scene riggers hates it.
It's the same like tongue. I heard from Angu, tongues are not cold to make, apparently. I never tried it.
Cries.
It's
And
really easy though.
mhm. I'm not sure if Iron Vortex even offers that option.
I had it on my Manga Goddess model, but yeah, they don't usually do that. I just ask for it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, tongue is like only if the client asks. Riggers try not to include it in base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I see.
Mhm.
But yeah, I
I
think
can I add a few things to the New Horizon.
yeah.
So like in 2022, we saw the trend of like body augmentation. So instead of like having a static looking body, you can like make the arms flowy and the legs flowy. That was
Yeah.
very interesting. This year though, 2023, we might have actually hit the max level of skill in terms of trends because I have seen Hamster Crumbs's 3D hat.
Oh no, the 3D
That
Live2D.
that
What?
is insane.
Wait, I
So
don't know.
basically,
Yeah.
you don't draw. You literally don't draw. You do
What?
2 shapes in textures, and then you build the object with glue, and then move it.
What?
I'm not kidding. This
Yeah.
is
Wait,
insane, and
what?
I've seen
Huh?
so many people do this.
Yeah,
And-
people are reaching the limit where they're just
And
they're
I feel
just
like it's gonna be a trend where people ask for certain things like this, and riggers are gonna be like, "Don't
no
worry, I'm
no
gonna sculpt now."
no, don't look at me and ask 3D stuff. I'll hate you.
Hi, Angu.
It is so tedious,
Hello.
but goddamn, why does it look so 3D? Holy shit!
Okay. At the moment, the thing is, riggers divides into multiple sections. I guess there are riggers who just enjoy experimenting,
Hmm?
and they have the most time for it, so they will make the most innovative stuff with Live2D.
That makes
and
sense.
we all enjoy watching them creating that, and they'll post it on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And there's the other section of riggers who is building what we already have, which is VTuber models. And yeah, VTuber models requires a lot of standardization, follow similar techniques, learn from each other, and all this is like, it's not the primary point, because the main point when you're being commission taker VTuber is that make the rig on time, be on time, and deliver the quality you promise. So you don't really have much time to experiment as much as the riggers who have free time. So obviously you're gonna see their experimental riggers just popping off on Twitter, and then you look at your rigger and expect the same, and they're just crying. They're like, I don't have the time. They didn't have the time to experiment. I mean, if you're willing to slap like, I don't know, thousands of bucks and give them multiple months for experiment, sure, I'm pretty sure anyone will do it. But yeah,
it's cost and time efficient for sure. But to be honest, I don't know how far Live2D can go, how far VTuber models can go. The only thing is maybe, still the hand tracking.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, hand
I
tracking.
guess hand tracking, but I don't see a lot of riggers like offer that unless it's a very, very special thing, because I think it just costs twice as much as the model.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
It's
sure.
insane.
Also, your main question is like how you will see Live2D develop in the future, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion, it heavily depends on the softwares that is available to the market.
Yeah.
Like V-Bridger
So-
changed the game forever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like right now we have the tracking that is only tied to the head, but for some reason nothing tracks the body or the shoulders.
That is true.
And I'm pretty sure there is already single Live2D related software that tracks body, which means you could use it to track the legs and the arms and the shoulder, but it lacks facial tracking. I don't know if it's possible to mix the multiple softwares.
I'm gonna call RC.
RC can make a plugin for body movements. Let's go.
Yeah, imagine if you could track your shoulder, wiggle around. It adds so much experience.
I always say shoulders can change so much in a model. Like if you have a little bit of shoulder, like just a little bit of a wiggle, that's already so huge. Because you don't know sometimes how much shoulders can change the movement.
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of don't want to track my body because I don't want to wear a mocap suit every time I go live. I just get a 3D model at that point.
True, just get a 3D model. That makes sense.
But I do see it happen though. I do see it happen.
Yeah.
What if a new trend pops up where everybody has to do mocap dots on their face?
Yo, got those mocap dots.
The technology's there. Just don't know if it's gonna mix,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The thing is, I don't think you really need any of those because current technology can be just a simple webcam. It looks at you and it draws a line over your body, and those lines are the tracking controllers.
Yeah.
So
all of the tracking improvements that we're seeing is pushed because of AI as of recently. I remember when I was in college, I was because we were entering a contest for the best engineering project. One of them was using facial tracking to stop drunk drivers.
Yep.
So if you are drunk and the program perceives that you're drunk, it will not start the car. It is incredible what people can do with this sort of stuff. Right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Crazy.
Imagine you can implement that in Live2D. The thing won't start if your eyes are like
You don't start stream until you're sober.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, Live2D isn't all about rigging. Like the moment we mention Live2D, we already hear a lot about artists and coders. So yeah, all these professions just go hand in hand. Like it's impossible to be just a rigger and think that you can do anything. You need both artists and coders to help you.
Oh yeah, that's why it's so nice when the community like create plugins, try to improve everything. It's nice to see. Lots of love to all the people that make plugins.
The best community I've ever been. Such a tight-knit, close one that just want to, up each other every single time. It's very nice.
Super nice. It's a lot of fun.
So.
So, we're gonna end with one last question. What are you guys working on next? What's the next project?
Alright, Angu, you go first because Angu has more exciting things.
I'm literally gonna, go work on Oni after this recording is done.
Yeah, the Oni's model. My model already looked amazing, but for some reason, like the head angles and the hair that you make on Oni's model, I felt like there are models that look 3D, and I think you're achieving that. Like your Live2D model looks 3D for sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was always my aim. It's just that over the years, that the requirement keep increasing, so I keep doing it. So even if my models were way more stiffer than now, like back in 2020. Around that time, they were still kind of revolutionary. Like people saw it as very expressive and high range. And now I'm like, yeah, it was like that. And now I look at it and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
It's outdated.
It's like when I look at my own art, it's like, I drew like this.
What do you think I feel about my current model?
That's why we're even more excited.
I'm not gonna be working on drawing it this time because of time constraints. Because I kind of want things to be on time this time. But I know for sure I'm gonna be drawing another one on my own. It's gonna be really fun.
Oh, let's go.
That's interesting.
That's cool.
I don't have to have one form, I have multiple.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
For me, I have Angu's model. Just the art. I mostly will be working on Live2D art. So Angu's model, then Kira's chibi model, then 2 outfits for my model, and then in December I have another model. So I am cooking with Live2D art. Yay!
I'm currently just working on my mascot because it was one of the things I wanted to do for my Steamcathon.
Wait,
so
you're making a
can
soy
have...
boy?
official the art. And it's fully customizable, so any soy boy can use it. The idea is I would
Nice.
send it
Oh,
for free.
Wait, that's right. I'm also gonna make one in
Manga
December. Yeah, the manga
Yeah.
band. I'm also gonna do it like a little bit of customizability with like maybe a outfit, like glasses and bow tie. It's so cute. Oh, wait, the soy boys and the mango buns can collab.
Yeah, I Yeah, or you could have one person using both. It could be multiple
Okay.
personalities.
True.
Yeah, I gave him so many things like a tie, a bow tie,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
pumpkin carved head, a top hat, and I made them into 3 different types because soy boys aren't just green edamame beans. They could be soybeans or they could be natto. Very
Natto. Smelly.
Yeah. And then after that, I'll be doing Melon Pantsu's model. She's a succubus bat, so I'm really excited for this one.
Oh.
And then after that, in December, I'm gonna be making my
Jesus,
own.
we're all busy
Nice.
with Live2D projects. Actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're cooking. We're cooking.
I
I'm
like.
happy.
I'm pretty sure I've been rigging nonstop for 3 years. I never stopped, and it just doesn't look like it's gonna stop. And you.
That reminds me, you got worried, I think, a week ago. Like, oh, you need to find new clients in the future. And I'm just like, Angu, your
You're already
list,
stacked, bro.
your list is up until like March already. Just like, just you wait. People will come.
Can't believe he's booked till the end of the year.
Again.
Again.
It's been again and again and over. It's like it never ends. So
And like he's booked at a time you think he's not booked, like in September, for instance. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey Angu, are you gonna be doing another project? He was like, no. I already have too much. I was like, oh my god.
actually,
Man.
that gives me an idea that a question that we didn't thought to talk about is basically talking about the time and the cost of Live2D. Why is it like this? I think it's a
wait,
good topic.
that is an important thing.
Mhm.
You guys have time? You guys have time?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
here until like way
Okay.
later.
Perfect. We can talk about that.
So why do Live2D models cost this much? Why do they cost them as much as a house mortgage, for instance?
Yeah. Do we start with the art first?
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
You have to realize that every single part, for it to move in a very 3D symmetrical way, it has to be separated in a proper way. The body, the torso, the hand, the little
Everything.
fingers. I've asked
Even the
my
shadows.
artist, the shadows. That is true. It gives dimension.
Yeah.
I've asked my artist to separate fingers by like the 3 parts. So one finger is
Wow.
3 parts.
Wait, you're
Yeah.
so
It is
detailed? Damn.
Yeah,
I
his
still
hand-
keep the finger like as a whole. I don't cut them in 3 parts yet.
If they're straight, you can do that. But my character's hands were not
Ah.
straight. He was holding a pose. So
Yeah.
there's no way I could do it that way without it achieving the movement that I was thinking of.
Literally, the artist sits like doing the sketch, doing the art, and then cutting them into pieces multiple days, weeks, and
Months,
so
actually.
yeah, months.
Yeah.
Like I can take 2 weeks for my own models, but that's my own models.
Mm.
You're
Because
actually really fast.
for my models, I know what I want. For clients, I take more time because I want them to be happy. So I'm more harder on myself. So I'm like, ah, shit, I don't like this. I don't like that. So I take them longer with the clients. That's what I noticed over the years as well. And Jesus Christ, the PSD files, you don't understand how much layers you will have at the end. It's
Standard is 300 to 500, but it can be reaching to 1000 if one model is too heavy. But yet, that many layers, each layer requiring multiple minutes of dedication, might even take hour if someone is too busy detailing.
Every single layer has to have its own mesh that is
Yeah.
made by hand. Single dots that are placed by your own very rigor. It is.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
It's the
so
most time-consuming
the more
part.
details you have, the more pieces you have, the more time everything like goes into the artist and the rigger.
Because trust me, like animation, it's way too easy. You don't have to think about it,
Yeah.
right? And like Live2D, if we just think of animations, like if you want to animate a loading screen, too easy. You don't have to think about it twice. You don't even need to have these parts cut.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a puppet that moves in a 3D space,
Mhm.
supposedly to mimic a person's face.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
It's a lot.
Yep. You
Basically,
should.
Yes.
you're supposed as an artist, you're supposed to expect the unexpected, which means you'll think people are not gonna see it, but your rigger comes and asks you, it's gonna be visible, and you have to draw it,
Gonna
and
look
you're just like,
weird.
oh, I thought it was 2D, but the rigger literally asking 3D mindset artwork, and that's where a lot of artists realize they never faced this, that this is a mental pain.
That's
It is.
what
To be honest,
Okay.
as a person who's in a rigger and a artist both,
Yeah.
one thing I noticed that when I draw the hair, I would think it would work. And then when I poured it over and it doesn't work and I have to draw it again and add more pieces.
I think
That's the most thing I have trouble with.
Yeah, that's the realization I got with the short hair. Is I drew it in the front, but it's flat. So if you move your head to the side,
It's all on the side.
There's no back hair. So when Anguuhaii rigged it, he just sent me a picture of how it looks like the angle on the side, and I had to draw the missing textures like it is a full head. Like in the back, and I had to send those pieces back. To be honest, I'm glad I have Anguuhaii for that, because I feel like I will cry if I had a different rigger that I couldn't.
Most riggers would just deal with it. They won't even tell you.
Exactly. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm so grateful that I have Anguuhaii that tells me stuff, and I just draw it how I want it. If some rigger just like does what they want to do, which I respect, that's good. But sometimes I'm like, I like to have the freedom, to like give Anguuhaii the opinion I have, and him asking me like, is that okay and that? Yeah. I big benefits because I have Anguuhaii.
Thank you. That's something that a lot of people may not be aware is riggers are people just like anyone. So they can be extroverted, they can be introverted, they can be really, communicative, or they can be a hell of a silent. And their work does not actually require, cooperation as much like compared to other professions. So riggers tend to spend a lot of time just by themselves working on the stuff. So actually, there are a lot of many riggers who are really bad at communicating, might prefer not to even talk with the client and find like managers on in between.
Oh my god, they're doing step-like rigging.
it is. So
yeah.
So a lot of experience might vary depending on who you're working with.
Yeah. I for sure have like 180 with working with Iron Vortex and then jumping into Anguuhaii's rigging. Both of them are great, like for sure, but as I think because I'm an artist myself as well, and because I have like a certain vision of my model, I think it definitely helps that I am working with Anguuhaii.
Also, communication is clear as day.
Yeah.
It helps speed up the process because half the time you're just waiting.
Yeah, I personally just love going to the client or the artist and chit chat and talk about the work like directly without any walls in between. So that helps me with the work process, and I also get to know the client better. So that means I can aim to make the model similar to them and personalize the expressions aimed toward how they feel.
Yeah.
Anguuhaii really excels in making the personality like shine through the model.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That was a lot of fun topic.
Yeah, I feel like I've talked way more than last episode.
I mean, you were sick. That's why I wanted to invite you again. You silly.
Yeah, I had so much fun today.
Lots of nerd talk. Thank you.
We're nerding.
I was a little bit tired today, so I hope my words are working.
You spoke a lot, Mew. Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I feel like my English is a little bit broken today because I talk
said
so much.
whore today.
Ah, yes. The rabbit whore. Wait, I'm a rabbit.
Ow.
Mew, no, you're a beautiful girl. Beautiful. She's angry.
God damn it. I'm angry. Any last words? So I think we're gonna have a wrap now here.
I hope this episode can give you an insight about Live2D. It's a very fun program. Don't get scared about how it is. With every skill, every profession, there's always gonna be some hard roadblocks, but that's just a part of life. This is just learning,
Yeah.
Trust me, when you become an experienced person, Live2D is just gonna be so easy.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna think straight about it. You're like, huh? Or you could be like Angu, who loves challenges. When the model is too easy, he gets bored. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say the viewers just saw us nerding about Live2D, everything, but this is probably only like 20 or 40% of the actual nerdness of ourselves. Like,
the bare minimum, okay?
We could be here for 7 hours. But
Yeah.
we would just nerding it out so that the listeners, the watchers, can understand what is Live2D. But if the Live2D was seen from the inside, oh god, that's like the whole different universe where we will be different nerds. We will talk in a language that nobody understands.
Yeah.
we can have a future very nerdy Live2D episode where nobody understands things. There's people that love just listening you nerd out even though they don't understand shit. Be fair, that's me with RC. RC talks some kind of coding voodoo shit, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I don't understand, but that's cool.
Miyu, I think it's because you like his voice.
Yeah, that is true.
It helps with it too.
Yeah, it's a bonus.
Bonus. So
I think just nerding out about stuff like this is a really great way to just have conversation with people, share same hobby, and maybe even be friends with people, make new friends. It's like it's just not even the Live2D process, but just the idea of Live2D making people get to know each other and having good time together. It's perfect.
Yeah.
I'll encourage anyone who want to just jump in and have a good time. Plus, obviously, the pain of Live2D itself, but I'll always remember to have fun.
Yeah.
Do it for the 10 animated emotes that Twitch gave us. Do it for the
True. Trust me, those 10 animated emotes will be easy.
Yes.
Okay. Woo! Let's go. Okay, now. Okay. Everyone say bye. I'm tired. Bye.
お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ。